So that obviously leaves essentially one question for almost the entire heavyweight division. What happens now? What happens now? We have Anthony Joshua, who just lost to Usyk. He just effectively lost his titles to Usyk. We have Tyson Fury, who solidified himself as the best heavyweight in the division. You have Anthony Joshua, like I said, who lost to Usyk, who's activated his rematch clause, so he's going to fight Usyk again. So that fight happens. Usyk versus Anthony Joshua again. Okay. Which I didn't care to see again because AJ should have made short order of Usyk. But whatever. Now we have Tyson Fury, who's left in limbo, because even if Usyk loses again, let's say Usyk loses this time to Anthony Joshua, do they have another rematch? Is there a third? Or does he pull the Andy Ruiz thing and he throws him to the side? Deontay Wilder has no dance partner because we don't even know if he still wants to dance. Before he lost to Tyson Fury, he was talking about retirement. And after that loss, retirement doesn't sound that crazy. So what do we have in the heavyweight division? Tyson Fury, undisputed, hands down champion. Anthony Joshua, looking for a rematch with a cruiserweight. Deontay Wilder on the side. We have no idea what happens with him. Do we want to see Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder? If he successfully beats Usyk? If he beats Usyk, or does he fight Fury? Do we care to, as much as we still care to see Usyk or Anthony Joshua versus Fury, isn't it somewhat predetermined? Don't we kind of feel like we might have an idea of what will happen in that matchup? Anthony Joshua has kind of come up short twice. Whereas Tyson Fury has shown his mettle multiple times now. For full disclosure, I was not a believer in Tyson Fury. Even when he beat Klitschko. I was essentially a kid when he beat Klitschko. But when he beat Klitschko, the idea was he threw Klitschko off with his weird style, and it was just an off fight. Then the rematch never happened, and the rest is history, what happened with him and his life and his personal whatever. Okay. But he's come back now and essentially dominated the last however many years. While Anthony Joshua, who was the preordained champ, he was the guy, has taken 2 L's. One to a guy who I understood how it happened, and Usyk, who I don't think he should have lost to. But if you're looking at both those guys, they're quick heavyweights. Both of the guys who beat AJ are quick heavyweights. A bit shorter than him. 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'3". Quick. He can't handle those guys. But can he handle a Tyson Fury? Like, is that the matchup that dethrones Fury? Or are we just now watching fights for the sake of watching fights? It was interesting until it was even interesting even after AJ lost to Andy Ruiz. I was still interested in the 3-man saga that is Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury. But now, who's gonna challenge Fury? Yeah, there's other guys who can come up and over the next couple of years maybe beat him when he starts to slow down. But he's already slow. He's proven him. Tyson Fury's legacy has been solidified at this point. There's no one in the heavyweight division who's going to challenge him in the way that we wanted or expected, or it's already happened. It was Deontay Wilder and it didn't happen. If you think AJ can do it, I mean, I will argue with you, because I'm not sure AJ could do it. I thought that it was a 3-man, whatever that would be called. But I thought Anthony Joshua could beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury could beat Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder could beat AJ. And that was the only way that it would go. That these three were damn near connected because of this. I don't know if I think that anymore. Maybe Tyson Fury's just the better man all around. He proved it with Deontay. And if we were so certain, think about all the hype before Usyk actually fought Anthony Joshua. There was no question. AJ's walking through him. AJ's too big, too strong. He's learned from his mistakes. He's a better fighter than he was then. Usyk won convincingly. That fight wasn't really close. AJ made it. It was close because Usyk wasn't supposed to even be in there with AJ, because AJ is a solid heavyweight and Usyk is a solid cruiserweight. The bigger man is supposed to beat the smaller man. The bigger, better man. You're bigger. You're better, or you're at least as good. And you lose the fight. You throw off this whole 3-man circus we got going on here. Anyways, thanks, AJ.